Uh, I I I act like a introvert person, but when I know the people and I know that they are like cool people, they're cool. Just I like the synergy or something like that. Uh,
Okay.
I I am totally extrovert. It's not. It depends of the person and in the context, in the situation. But yeah, I have these both personalities, and it's just I use when I need it.
Yes, that's weird because I have never heard a person that say that there are both. Uh, but probably I don't know. Uh, I think that it depends of the personality. Probably I'm not very sure on myself. That's the real problem. No, no, it's uh, like I don't know something probably, but when I happen or when I don't have enough confidence when as I say, or I'm started uh, to be nervous. It's the real problem when I started to don't have this confidence that are very important to express something because it depends of everything. You are considered you that you are probably you have the confidence on you. You consider that you are confident on yourself.
Again, I think sometimes yes and sometimes no, because I don't like the way I think I'm the best person in the world and I can do everything that I think. I don't like feel this like feeling, but I know maybe I am like I have a lot of skills that maybe a lot of people doesn't have, but I don't like to feel this like feeling of I can do everything. And maybe be like uh, presumido. I don't know how to say that word because it's not the image that I want to express. But yeah, in some cases, it's like something strange because yeah, I have this feeling of be like feel the security that I can things, and sometimes I don't like to show it, and I prefer like be more quiet, maybe like don't do too much thing just because yeah I can or that I
Okay.
think I can't express very well these kind of things because I don't know. It's hard for me talk about this because I don't know how to say this, but it's weird for me try to explain how I feel and uh, how I look myself.
But well, that's that's a rare problem because if you don't have and if you don't notice the real problem in this kind of situation of the confidence when you have confidence when you don't have confidence it's very difficult to look for this problem. but But yeah, I absolutely agree with you. But it depends of the context. But for example, the yesterday it this context it is not uncomfortable context. It is not a weird context. It was a cool context, but I don't know what happened. But some occasion when I try when I want to speak in English in a specific, probably is the confidence. The confidence is a real problem on me because probably I'm not sure about what I say. That's the problem, no? But this is a complicated topic if you don't have the correct answer in your mind, if you don't have the enough strategies to fight with this problem. But well, we are gonna bring out the question of today. It was good question. It was the question of yesterday. I think that are good question. I'm gonna start with some probably some real situations that probably never happened, but are cool to. I would like to hear you. What do you think? What do you do in that cases? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the first question. Well, the first
Okay.
question is, what would you do if you were rich?
Um, oof, I think I can if I were rich, I would I would invest buying things that help me to learn something. For example, a few weeks ago, I started watching videos about drones and how to build your own drone from zero, like buy all the parts on the internet and build the drone in your house. And I really like this because you need to know a lot of electronic stuff, and that's very interesting because I'm studying electronic engineer. Then I really excited about this, and I was like I just think it was amazing, and I had this idea of try by myself and try to build these drones and learn how to control it, how to all the parts of the drones. But after that, I look for the all the materials on internet, and it was really, really, really expensive just for like yeah, but because it's a hobby you cannot invest too much money in hobbies because maybe it don't like to you and you already spent a lot of money in that. And for example, uh, I found that the most cheapest drone have cost like 10,000 uh, mm, 10 10,000 pesos, and that's really really expensive for a beginning because you don't have that money to spend in that. And it's sad because I really like to learn about this, but I know that it's expensive. And like this, I have a lot of things that I just wanna try it or learn it, but I know that I can't because it's really expensive. For example, in other cases, I would like to try this concept of VR worlds or VR art, trying these things like painting with VR glasses and controls and play maybe video games. But again, I look in the internet for the price of these stuffs and are really, really expensive again. And for example, in music, I would like to learn a lot of instruments or like for example how to be a DJ. But all these stuffs are really expensive and you cannot pay for it just for a hobby because it's too much money just for a hobby. And now I don't have the enough money to learn these things, and I would like to learn, but I can't. Then I will use, if I were rich, I will use this money to learn things that are expensive and I can't. And I also trying these all activities that are expensive and are for learning, like expensive courses expensive schools, expensive things that help you but are expensive, and that's the problem.
Yeah, in you have a very clear your way to take if you were big, if you were rich, no? Um, it's so cool that you say that, no, because you are in the learning way to develop something. If you if you were the money, no. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely good. Your answer, because you are you are very cool in those things that you say. For example, I probably in my case it was the same way, but in different way. And it's very difficult because it's a good question, but probably in I never think about this kind of question. What I should do if I have money. Um, but for example, probably I would like to visit a lot of cities, a lot of countries. I would like to spend a lot of money in that sense, and probably I would like to give to my family probably the best life possible. Uh, but I would like also give the money away for different people. But yeah, probably the main point here is that when you have money, it's everything possible. It's everything possible because you have all the possibilities. You have money. You have the power uh, in everything, but not in everything, but in the most of the things probably. But what about the next
Mhm.
question? It's so easy to answer this question because you can get a lot of things when you have money. But what about
Uh-huh.
if you were poor in the contrast with rich? What
Uh,
about the other hand? What would you do if you were poor?
but I don't have too many options. You just need to work if you want to survive in a world without money. You just need work and learn finding opportunities to try to get to a best place, like improve your situation. It just depends of you. Yeah, it's a controversial thing because you also are living in a system that maybe is difficult for poor people to scale in this uh, social economic yeah, context. But yeah, you don't have too many options. You just need to learn and work and improve your skills and try to find all the opportunity, as possible, and try to yeah get in, or just be in the correct place in the correct moment to try to get all the opportunities as possible. And yeah, it's hard because it's like you don't have too many options. Maybe with the one of the other things that you can do is like learn financial education, know how to spend money, how to earn, how to administrate the money, because yeah, I think it's a really problem that a lot of people that were poor don't know how to administrate their money, and they just spend all the money, and And yeah, just sometimes it's weird because people that doesn't have money spend too much money trying to be other persons, or yeah, spending in things that just for other persons see them and think that they are in the best place, in the best situation. And that's like it's not a good idea, because maybe you should stop thinking about other things about you and trying to improve your own situation for you, not for others. And yeah, start investing. There are a lot of products or instruments that helps you in this situation, but you need to know how to invest, because it's um it's a good point for start like making money without work a lot, and improve your situation with the time. If you have this like uh, the money when you are an investor grows in an exponential form, then with the time you could, or you should see the results of take care of your uh, financial health.
Okay, well, that's a good answer because, for example, in I don't have a lot of strategies like you, but you have all the ideas that probably I didn't have. Mm, But for example, in my case, probably you think very specific. You think probably the best form that a person, that probably a poor person need to think. But for example, in my case, it's different. Probably, I'm completely agree when you say when you need to look for new opportunities in new places,
Mhm.
because the work hard is the most important if you want to live of this situation, no? But for example, if yeah, we are well, there are different contexts, but in a specific, when you are in a context where probably you live in a country that probably doesn't have enough opportunities to have a good occupation, or probably the structure of the economy of the country is so bad, like Venezuela, like all these kind of countries that probably it doesn't matter if you work a lot, because you never, probably you never have a lot of money or enough money to have a good life. But yeah,
Yeah.
probably the best way to take in these cases is probably that you need to travel to another country. You need to travel to a foreign country for new opportunities, like a lot of people is doing in Cuba, in Venezuela, that try out to do new things every day, like travel to probably to United States, or probably another potential country, because it is the economy, it's good because you have a lot of money, and probably it's the best option is you live in this kind of places that probably don't have any opportunities to grow up. But yeah, absolutely. Also, it's important that you say, but as well, we can find other possibilities, uh like probably yeah, the foreign travel. But what about, I would like that, I remember something that I saw. I don't know, I don't remember the long I where I saw that, but
Yeah.
it is what about the phrase that probably a lot of financial teachers or coaches or this kind of person that probably uh, well is they work, but what about what do you think about the phrase that say you are poor because you want to be poor? I don't know if
Uh,
you uh, have here this you have here this phrase that it's so popular.
yeah.
You need to have a shark's mentality. If you are poor, it's because you want to be poor because you don't
Yeah.
work probably. But it's so stupid that phrase because probably they don't know the real context of this person that probably are poor. They don't have enough opportunities, and but they only have to motivate probably to do new things. But in specific, I would like that you know, well, that you tell me what about this phrase that I say before.
Yeah, I think people that say these phrases like maybe in other contexts and they can't understand the contents of other people. They cannot emphasize with other people because yeah, obviously if you work a lot, if you do a lot of things trying to get money, obviously it's probably that you get the money, but it's not like a reality that all the people can get these opportunities because it depends of the context. Is it's hard for all the people just work and get more money for because for example um, the the albañiles. I don't know how to say this in this word in English, but these persons work a lot in a really hard work, and they it's a job really hard, and they work for more than 8 hours sometimes, and but they are not rich. Then the results don't depend of how much effort you put in a thing. It depends your social context, your your education, your situation, the city where you live, your family, all the opportunities you receive, and also I think is most important know how to work like instead of hard work intelligent work because sometimes people that know or have the enough knowledge to have or find jobs that are interesting and you need to work less but just you earn more money and yeah instead of hard work is intelligent work but also uh, plus the intelligent work you need all these opportunities that I say like live in a good city have a lot of knowledge about something in specific and have the or know the people the correct people because yeah uh, if you need money or you want to get money obviously you need to have the number of the correct person that could help you and yeah it's hard to say like just like if you don't have money just work more because it's not the world doesn't work in that way is that make no sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And uh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you because you say real things. It's very important the context of the person because as I say, if you live, well, as I told you, is if you live probably in Venezuela, in Cuba, on probably in other kind of countries that don't have enough economy, or a good economy in general, it's so complicated that you work and you get the result that you want. For
Yeah.
that reason, it's very common that a lot of people travel to foreign countries. For example, in I don't know the the country, uh, but this is a European country. I remember I watched a video very interesting that say there are two different kinds of countries. The potential countries, well, probably there are more, no, but in a specific, this video say that what is the difference between potential countries and rich countries, because they are different.
Mhm.
And in this video, evidently say that the potential countries have military power, a power military, I don't know. Uh, and that's the difference, no? They have a good economy, but probably they are not rich. The people that live here, that live there, it's not the well, they are in general ideas. The country, the United States, China, they are rich. Well, they are rich, but they are more countries, small countries, or probably uh, unknown countries that they are more well, they have more money. In general, they don't have military power or power military. I don't know how to say that. Um, but you understand my point. But that's the difference, no? And the main point here it's like in these countries you can live and you can have probably a good life than you live, probably you live in these countries, you have a good life. But in specific, in the rich countries, it's better for the people that probably want to grow up and want to have a better economy, a better lifestyle. Because in these rich countries, I don't know how to say that, bricklayers or this kind of works that probably in Mexico, in these South America countries, it doesn't pay a lot of things, a lot of money in general. Uh, it's more common that you live better in these rich countries, because, for example, in a specific, there are a country. Well, it is a country, very interesting country, because um, I'm gonna search the word because I don't know how to say it.
Okay.
The workers, well, the workers, is the work, the labor, or the workers in general. This kind of person that probably don't study anything, but they are able to do different activities, physical activities, like build houses or this kind of things. In
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
if they live there, you can have well, they can have a better life, a, like a rich life. I don't know if I explain clear. But if you are this kind of workers, if you in a specific, there are a country, there is a country. Well, there are a lot of different countries, but
Yeah, I have heard that.
I don't know. But it's so complicated to explain. But the difference in this kind of countries, uh, it's better if you want to run up in the point economical, in the point of probably of education, of health, or you have more service, or more, in general, more money. uh, it's better if you want to travel to these places. I would like to. Well, I'm looking for this video, but it's interesting to that. I would like that what do you think, but I don't have the video. But it's cool. Probably for the next week. But well, uh, you would like to include something more, or that's cool. I would like to.
Yeah, I have heard about countries that like hire people for in countries just like do works like as you say to work in agriculture or build houses or something like that. And someone, I don't remember who said me that, but it's because, for example, in New Zealand or in Canada, that have like a high rate of or high education. A lot of the people they have like uh, they are like doctors, engineers, have a career. Then there are less people that could or want to work in these hard works, like more physical works, and they gave to the peoples for other countries, or they invite or make them easy to take yeah to arrive to the country and work in this kind of yeah works, just because obviously it's a need. All the countries needs more houses and needs agriculture, needs farmers or something like that. But the only way to get this kind of person is for other countries. Then they just like hire people. And yeah, sometimes it's cool because it's like an opportunity for people that want to travel and know a new place and don't have enough money. Because yeah, I also hear like an advice for travelers. These people traveling without not much money, and like with with less money. And I saw a TikTok where people of I think they are like Peruvian. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. The point here is that they love travel around the world, but they don't have enough money. So then they to New Zealand because yeah, New Zealand is hiring people for do this kind of jobs. Then they go to New Zealand and work in a farm, like yeah, in collecting the fruits or the vegetables, and the country paid them, and it's like a benefit for all the people because travelers can travel with less money, and the country have their or solve their problems with this demand. And yeah, everyone is happy. I think it's a good way to solve this kind of problems. And it's a big opportunity for people that want to know new places.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the main point here is the context is the best. No, is the best if you live in a rich country or in this kind of countries where you can find more opportunities.
Mhm.
That's the most important. Probably if your country have the enough opportunities, it have the enough security. It have different things that is necessary to live well. Uh, Probably a lot of people don't have the necessity to travel to another countries, and that's the problem because the important persons or the important people that live here in Mexico, there in Venezuela or in some countries that probably are very bad in some cases in security, economical trouble, in different situations. uh, the best person in these contexts, in uh, all these countries need to leave to another country to probably to be successful and to have more opportunity, more
Yeah.
style, well, more lifestyle. And that's the real problem because, for example, if my in my country have the security, you have the opportunities that it's good for me to grow up or to have a good job. For example, if you want to travel, if you want to work in something with relation with the technology, with the advanced technology, it's very impossible that you grown up in this country because it doesn't have the enough technology, the enough probably system to develop that technology. That's a real problem. If you want to work, for example, in something with relation with the space or something like that, you need to travel probably to Russia, to United States, Japan, these countries that are very successful in that kind of situation, that technology. In your case, no, because if you want to travel in something with relation to aeronautic things or this kind of thing, it's impossible. Mexico, no, Mexico doesn't have that.
Yeah.
And
That's sad.
that's the current reality, but that's the real problem in Mexico. Probably in Mexico, where mundial potential, or probably have uh, more necessity to learn something or to have more system with relation to the technology of this kind of things. Probably it was better. But if there are some problems in Mexico, no? In general, in all South America, um, but that's a problem if you want to work in with relation to the languages or to learn new languages. I think that it's better if you want to travel to another, probably to another foreign country that speak that language. But yeah, absolutely, all depend of the context, all depend of the economy, of the opportunities of the country, and the people, the poor people. It's not like they want to be poor because they want. It's more like the context. In general, is the context, as you say, no. But in general, that's a good question. Those are a good questions. I would like to pass to another question. It is also a very interesting question, and I would like that you that you told me what are your view of this question. Okay, yes, this is a good question. What would you do if you were told you had 1 month to live? Uh, what
Hello.
happened?
I think my internet connection is not good.
Okay, no, don't worry. Don't worry. Um, yeah, you heard the question or no?
What?
If you hear the question, I told you.
I don't. No, no, I don't hear it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna repeat the question. What would you do if you were told you had 1 month to live?
Could you repeat it more slowly, please?
What would you do if you were told you had 1 month to live? The question is, what happened if a person, if a doctor told you that you only have 1 month to live, only 1 month?
Oof.
What what do you do in that case, or what will you do? Where
Mm,
what is your opinion about that, or what do you do?
yeah, it's hard to say something because I think we don't really know what could we do. I don't know how could I react of this if this thing could happen. Um, Maybe I get depressed and do nothing. It's the most probably thing. And yeah, it's sometimes people say like I will um, travel or I will do all the things that I never can do, but it's not a real situation because when you were there, it's more like you don't feel good, obviously, because mm, you don't want. Yeah, I think I just got depressed and stay in my house. I don't know what could I do. Maybe like uh, put all my my things in order. Like don't leave to my family the responsibility of pay for something that I was using, cancel my account. Yeah, more like uh, protocolar actions, but I don't think I could do anything because it 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 will hard for me. I don't think I could have a this positive reaction thing like that. In my case, I think is not a good news, and I will do not nothing.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
about?
It's a bad question. It's complicated question because you don't know what you need to do, what should do in that situation, no? Because you never think about this kind of topics uh of death or this kind of things. What will you do if you only have a 1 month life? Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. But probably, as you say, there are some opinion. Probably there are more positive persons than me, than you. Probably I agree with you that probably I depressed. Um, is the first reaction of this notice.
Yeah,
What
look at me.
what are you doing? Where is that?
I'm all, it's a filter.
Where you can find this?
In the camera button at the bottom of the screen, you could find like
Yeah.
a arrow, and you click them, and you'll choose a background file, background and filter. This is funny.
No, I'm
Let's take the rest of the class with a filter.
okay. Okay. But that's good. Okay, I'm gonna choose another one.
Uh,
No, okay. This no. I'm gonna choose.
uh,
Okay, well,
uh,
yeah, this question in specific is more difficult than the other because yeah, you don't have answer for this. The depression is the way for the negative person, but probably there are a lot of people that think uh, that he should that they should do probably all the things that they had not do in the past. Yeah, that's
yeah.
funny. That's funny. The filter. Yeah, but that's a hard question. Probably there
Mm,
are well, it, I don't have answer for that question because yeah, it's hard. But yeah, we are gonna pass to another question.
okay.
This question probably are more polemical. Not polemical, it's a
Okay.
controversial topic. I don't know if you know what is procrastination.
Yeah, I really know it. I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah, that's interesting topic. Well, in my case, I never hear about this word. Probably
Yeah.
I know what is procrastination by knowing the specific work. But this interesting
Yeah.
work, no? It's interesting work and it's interesting topic because in Mexico
All the time.
happen happen often, no? Happen very often.
Yeah.
But well, what do you think? What do people procrastinate?
Uh, what? What is the question?
Why do people procrastinate? Why is there? What
Mm,
are the reason of the people for procrastinate? What do you think? What is your opinion about this procrastinate? What do you think? I can you hear me? I don't think so. I'm waiting for you. Hi, are you there?
I'm back.
Yes, okay, that's fine.
My
Okay,
internet is not.
okay, don't worry.
Uh, the question was about why are the reason of the people procrastinate? Is that
Yeah, yeah, that's a question.
okay? There are a lot of reasons. It's just not one, but I think the most important reason is because we cannot control our dopamines. All the things we do is for a pleasure. Uh, when you are on Facebook, as example, you are like scrolling, you watch an image. This image gives you dopamine, and you get it, and scrolling again and repeat. And that's like a bad circle because all the time you are getting dopamine when you are in Facebook, when you are in YouTube, when you are in Instagram, TikTok. All the time you are getting dopamine, and that's a problem because it's too much dopamine. Then you get addicted to social media. You get addicted to to stay uh, in your phone, in the computer, playing video games, maybe. Uh, and that's a problem because when you are there, uh, hardly ever you can like do something or have productivity. That's the problem because yeah, a lot of times we prefer like staying in social media instead of reading, make a course, do the homework, or do something that help us in something because you can do a lot of things that help you to stay to improve yourself and do most things or a lot of things that make you feel good, but you prefer dopamine, and that's a real problem. I saw a video the last year about uh, fast dopamine, like don't use anything that produces you happiness or instant happiness in 1 or 2 days. And I do the experiment. I don't use my phone. I don't show any screen. I don't use like artificial lights at all. I use like candles, uh, my books, and yeah, it's all the things I do, and it's I really noticed that my my productivity increased at least in the next month. But yeah, again, this you return to start using your phone, your computer, social media, all these things that gives you a lot of dopamine, or your productivity decrease again. Um, yeah, I think it's the main reason. Obviously, there are a lot of reasons or procrastinate, but in my case, in my context, in my own perspective, I think is the most the main reason of the procrastinate problem. I always trying to watch videos, stay in Facebook or Instagram or social media in general. It's hard to get this discipline of know your limits or put yourself limits and know or separate the time for rest and the time for work. Be be really hard with these times. Like you cannot play in in work time, and you cannot, yeah, you cannot play in work time. It's hard to get this uh, strong inside you to get a control of these things.
Yeah, you're completely right that you have all the reason. Because yesterday I answered this question, but probably we don't have enough ideas of these points that are very important. I think that the technology um, tend to be the real problem in this procrastination. As you say, for the social media, for the phone, for the computer, are the main factors to start to procrastinate. And I think that the technology have a good mm, a bad impact in this kind of topic. But for example, in my case, I remember when I was in the high school, probably I was a procrastinate person because, as you say, well, we didn't have the patience, we didn't have enough hobbies, we don't have things that probably find enough patience to do something, and that's the real problem. If you want to do something, is because you want to do that activity, like play an instrument, or like search probably information to learn something new. But yeah, it's absolutely the technology came to help us to be better, but it's not the well in actually nowadays it's not the well the technology probably it's more like well for some person or for no I'm not gonna to generalize to uh to this point, but in general, the technology for the teenagers, for the younger people, is like a distractor to, like probably like a help to do something, no? But yeah, absolutely, it's a good topic because actually I think and I really believe that I'm not a procrastinate person because I when I was in the school um, when I am doing probably some activity that I like it that I find interesting, it is not I'm not I did not I did not the procrastination, no, because I like it. I like to do that those activities, and that's the cool. The procrastination are no more in my life. Probably in some cases, probably, and I apply. Uh, I'm very procrastinate, but it was when I don't have patience, when I don't find interest in probably those kind of things that I do. Um, some orders or probably it's in some cases, but I think that before I'm I was really procrastinate person, but unfortunately, in this case, in this currently case, I'm not procrastinate person, and this is cool because that's the real problem in Mexico in specific. Because I don't know, a lot of people want to learn something, but she say no later, or
Mhm.
or we don't have the no motivation to do something, and that's a real problem because for that reason probably some part of the countries or in general the country doesn't grow up enough to be better, no. But yeah, you have a good points, and I think and really believe in your case, as I meet you, as I know you, the years that I knew you, I really believe that you are not, or probably you are not you are not a procrastinate person because you are so productive, you are um, so passionate person um, with what you do. And yeah, it's absolutely a good question. But what about the next question?
Okay.
Mm, when when do you consider that it's good to procrastinate?
When you were sad. It's procrastinate. It's is not that I seen. I procrastinate all the time, and it's like a hard fight by myself because it's really hard for me to trying to do something